Hey everyone, it's October 10th, 2025, and this weekend is the big Harbor Freight parking lot sale, and I thought I'd bring to you a little bit of videos showing some of the tools that are available this weekend. Here's angle grinders. All the Bauer corded power tools are 25% off, which I think is really a great value. And if you're looking to do some kind of carving or hard sanding, these are great angle grinders for you to use. $50, so that's $35. This one is $30, so you know it'll be like $22. $11.99. There's the $11.99 for the Warriors. I saw some guys that do welding, and they're like, the Warriors are fantastic for it. So coming around the corner, we got some Bauer dust collection stuff. We got the cyclone separator and the main filter blower. The cyclone separator, $329, 25% off, and even though it doesn't have a cord, it's already 25% off. That's great. $479, $480, 25% off of that. If you happen to need a concrete mixer, you can get that too. Now it's time for drill presses. We got the 8-inch bench top and the 10-inch bench top. They're down to $72 and $120 each. Now we got the 17-inch floor model. This is $500 normally. It's going to be down to $375. Variable speed, as you can see, digital control. And we got the bench top version, the 12-inch. That's normally $300. That's going to be $225. So really good savings on these drill presses. Now the bandsaw, 14-inch, this one is the new hotness that everybody's been talking about. I was going to buy one. It's $600 down to $450 with the 25% off. 8-inch resaw capacity with bearing guides, and it's really a nice quality bandsaw. This is the 9-inch benchtop Bauer. That's normally $180 at be $135 with the discount. So that's a fairly decent deal on that one. This is the one that I'm thinking about getting myself. $300 normally for this Bauer scroll saw. 25% off means that it's $225, which is probably the lowest price that it's been in a while. So that's a really great one. Now down here we've got a jointer, and the jointer is, $280, brings it down to $210. It's got straight blades, so it doesn't have the helical heads, but it should work. Especially if you're looking for a basic jointer, that should be great. Basic planer, $350, $263 with a discount. 12.5 inches. Again, also it has straight blades on it, so you're not talking the spherical heads that everybody's all about, but for what, $263? That's a great deal, especially if you need one. Another great deal is this 4x36 sander, $115 normally, down to $86 with a discount. Now these, I have the Ryobi version of this, and there's all different models out there from different manufacturers, but they're all pretty much the same. They're just kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Next up is an oscillating belt sander. This one is $200 normally, and it will be down to $150. It's not as great as the Rigid that you can get for $140. 12-inch sander for $200 normally, down to $146. So, it's got a big motor. I think that's a good thing. It says 1.25 horsepower, so $195. $146 will be the end total on that. And this one, the lathe, $650 normal price, will be down to $488, and then it's $100 for the stand. So you've got a nice little lathe. My friend has this one, and he really likes it. All right, now on to grinders. This is the buffer, normally $125. It'll be down to $93, $94 for that. So if you want to buff something, that's cool. 8-inch grinder here for normally $95, dropping down to $72. $170 for this one. That's going to be down to $127. Oh, here we go. There we go. This is the one that I'm thinking about, the variable speed bench grinder. I like this variable speed. 2,000 to 3,400 RPMs. I need to do some sharpening with my tools, and I think this might be something good to have. And let's just go get it, because now I've got the cart and time to grab this variable speed. I think this is going to be a great buy. And as you can see, I'm buying it myself, so great things to come. And now that it's in the cart, let's move on and see what else is available here in Harbor Freight. Moving down the aisle, there's a lot of stuff on sale with the parking lot sales, not just limited to the Bauer. The Bauer is what I'm really interested in right now. What do we have here? We've got some Bremen clamps. If you're ITC member, the Insider Track Club, you can get these clamps on a serious discount, $25 for the 24-inch, $30 for the 48-inch. Last year, I got the 48 inches for $25, so this is actually one of the best deals they've had in a year's time. I've been using these clamps for a year. They're really excellent quality, and I think they're just as good as the other Bessies and Jorgensens that are out there. Another thing I have in my workshop are these HFT anti-fatigue mat sets, $8, and they're really nice. You've probably seen these small toolbox this by US General. Cobalt has one at Lowe's, and they're kind of similar, but I think these are the better buy. Now they're discounted to $13 for the sale. 2 drawers. The drawers have magnetic latches, and they're on rails. They lock. The rails really make it nice and smooth. The ones from Cobalt are all scratchy and terrible. Nice folding lid with a little bit of bump stops on it. I like them a lot. I'm going to put them on the bench and use it to hold my pencils and things like that. It took me a while to figure out what I was going to use it for, but let's get it and take it with us. Another thing from US General that's good, these magnetic accessories. The glove dispenser is on sale in many different colors, $10. That's a good deal, especially if you need a place to put your gloves. You just need a metal surface. In the hand tool section, you've got all these Bremen clamps. So these big C type of clamps are good if you have like your pocket jig holders. They're great to clamp that down. Then if you need any kind of pliers, Quinn, things like that. Icon, I've got a bunch of these Icon stuff like the pliers wrench. I really like this one. These are about $27, $28 after you get the discount with 35% off. So I would run out and get that if you could. I really like that one. All of them are all high quality stuff, especially if you're just using them for whatever case you might need. So these are good deals in the Icon. And then moving along, if you're in the market for a vac, you might need one of these. The Bauer shop vacs are all on sale, and they're all pretty good quality. I mean, I don't know if there's much of a difference when it comes to shop vacs, just different in capacity. And then you can see here the Hercules, $400. It's not on sale, but it is their dust extractor. The problem is, like, it started out a year ago at $250. Now it's at $400. That puts it into Festool territory, and I don't know if that's a great deal. And last thing I have to show you, these are moving dollies. They're pretty cheap. I use the moving dollies, the 12 by 18, the small ones. They're selling for like $8 now. I use these a lot for moving stuff around, but also I'll use just the casters to make carts. Yeah, there it is, $8. A really good deal on that. Normally like $13. That's a good one to get. There's a lot of stuff I think that works for the modern woodworker here at Harbor Freight. I hope this helps. Please go check it out if you're interested in some of the stuff. Hope you have a great one, and see you next time.